Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation is Gaudi Gwareri Mahalla Tija. Sacha Amar Sacha Paatsahu, Amar Sache Rate Harewe Parpaha. Sache Mahal Sach Naam Samaho. Sun man mere sabad vichar, राम जपो भवजल उतर है पार रहाओ परमे आवे परमे जाए इह जग जन्मया दूजे पाए मन मुख न चेतै आवे जाए आप भूला के प्रभ आप भुलाया इह जियो वडाणी चाकरी लाया महा दुख खट्टे बिरथा जन्म गवाया किरपा कर सतगुरु मिलाए एको नाम चेते विचों भरम चुकाए नानक नाम जपे नाव नव निद पाए सच्चा अमर सच्चा पातशाह. Eternal is the law, Amar. Hukam. It is eternal. And it is the eternal law of the eternal ruler, Sacha Paatsahu. Man sache rate harve pravaho. Carefree is the mind that is in harmony with hukam, with the law. And so the instruction is Sache Mahal, Sache Naam Samaho, within the domain of the heart. Unite with the self. So what is being said here is that a mind that is self-aware, that is to say, a mind that is rooted in self-knowledge, is carefree because it is in harmony with its environment, with hukam. And so therefore, the central message here is, Sun man mere sabad vichari. Listen to me, my mind. Reflect on sabad. Ram japo pavjal utar hai par. Ram is the self within, the one that permeates everything. Japo, understand, gain insight, become intuitively aware, has a connotation of meanings. Ram japo pavjal utar hai par. And in that way, you will ferry yourself across what is called Pavjal, the water of fear. So Pavjal, water of fear, is really a reference to existence. In Gurbani, it is also called Pavsagar, Sansar Sagar, Pavaduttar, that which is difficult to swim, among several other things. So the seen world, from a mind perspective, is ignorance. So to cross over this ocean means to overcome the ignorance of the mind. And that happens through the Sabad, the instruction of the Gur Enlightener. Now mind you, Sabad also has been used to describe existence itself because Sabad is the creator. So the injunction here should also be seen along those lines, is to understand the world around you, understand the world within you, understand the connection between the inner world and the outer world. And you will understand hukam, not cognitively, but intuitively. Because hukam keha na jaye. It's not something that can be spoken of. However, our default situation is that we come in ignorance, we leave in ignorance, we live with dual awareness. You see the layers of problems that we have. We are mind-centered manmukhs, completely unaware, and therefore we get caught in coming and going. In other words, in this perpetual trap. Parme aave, parme jaye. in ignorance. Eh jag janmaya duje pae, love of sensory things, love of the world of phenomena, duje pae. It simply means the presence of dual awareness. What do I mean by that? It means the idea of thinking of oneself as being a separate experience center. Now, that is the illusion, because it immediately assumes an observer and observed, whereas Gurbani is telling us that the observer and the observed are really not distinct. The observer is also a part of the system that it is observing. But creation distorts our vision. It's part of the game. But we have to use Guru wisdom to see through the game. That is wisdom. So, manmukh na chete ave jai. So, manmukh, people with dual awareness who are following their minds, remain unaware and they get caught, they get trapped. And here's an interesting question. Is this blindness, this innate blindness with which we are born, is it designed by the Creator, or is it something the mind does? The Guru asks. Aap bhulla ke prabh aap bhulaya. It is a question. Eh jio vadani chakri laya. So regardless, the Guru says, whether it's one or the other, eh jio vidani chakri laya. This being has been led to serve what is really a deception. Vidani, chakri laya. We are in fact serving what is really a fraud on us. And that's what we have to realize. Maha dukh khatte, birtha janam gavaya. Because in this service of this deception, we are wasting our lives. So the essence here is that there is something very valuable to be had from this existence. And that what is valuable is not in the world of phenomena, but what lies beyond, in the possibilities that are beyond the world of phenomena. And we have to be able to see through it. We have to be able to develop vision that is beyond the eyes. We have to develop hearing that is beyond the physical organs. Because we are not just simply matter. We are matter, but we are also immaterial. We are of the spirit. We have spiritual eyes. We have spiritual ears. That is what we have to recognize, that there is an interplay between the two which is missing in our lives. We need to capture that interplay. And that is what is meant by awakening sleeping faculties within the mind. So the Guru says, when the treasure of self-knowledge is internalized, that is the way to do it. Seek self-knowledge and then internalize it. When you do that, the delusion of the ego self drops. Now, mind you, the ego is the distorting factor. It is like wearing a lens, and the lens immediately distorts or refracts your reality. And you're convinced that what you're seeing is the truth. But actually it isn't, until you remove the lens. And then you see the world for what it is. So self-knowledge is required to dissolve the lens of the ego, the conditioning of the ego. And that self-knowledge comes from the Guru. Kirpa kar Satguru milai. Satguru, here it is implying the Creator itself is where your self-knowledge will take you. It will lead you to that supreme self. So in this Sabad, we have to become self-aware. We have to become rooted in self-knowledge, and that will bring harmony and bliss to our lives. Harmony and bliss will come from a sense of completeness, from a self of fulfillment. Short of that, we will continue to parame ave, parame jai, ignorance, sort of keep going around in cycles in ignorance. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.